Welcome back to the Behind the Well Show. Roger Abel here with Elias Randall, getting ready to head into Thanksgiving week. Black Friday's coming up. Is Gray Thursday still a thing?
Gray Thursday. I don't know what that means anymore. What's Gray Thursday?
It used to be a thing where the night before, so Gray Thursday going into Black Friday, like at 5 o'clock, a lot of these stores open with like giant sales and people get all crazy and rush out for big screen TV.
Nope, I don't do that.
My wife used to do that with her sister and mom, and I actually have a great story about it. It was Target one year. And of course, there was nothing they were really going for. They just thought they needed to get away on Thanksgiving night and go shopping. My wife comes home with a giant, like 65-inch flat screen TV she got for $200. So a good example of impulse buy, but I'm like, that was a pretty good deal. Some off-brand. How long do you think that thing lasted?
18 months.
No, it did better. It was about 3 years, and then it just crapped out. But yeah, Gray Thursday used to be a thing where everybody rushes out to do a little shopping. And we're going to talk about...
So Gray Thursday for me is I'm still sitting at the table eating my 5th plate of Thanksgiving dinner. That's my Gray Thursday.
Do you do it at your house, mom's house, in-laws? What do you do?
In-laws' house.
All day thing or just morning?
Yeah, all day deal.
So football,
probably
involved?
Get there around 11 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, have lunch, watch football. It's nice. We might do something outside, card playing, beverage drinking.
That's what we're doing this year. We're going to do a brunch at a restaurant, and then we are coming back to our house for football Thanksgiving. Bunch of charcuterie trays and drinks.
What restaurant are you going to?
Elmcrest.
Oh, they do.
They do a Thanksgiving Day brunch.
Oh, I bet that's pretty good.
Yeah, and it's just my parents, so to cook a giant Thanksgiving meal for the three of us who actually eat turkey, it's not worth it.
I know. The amount of food for the number of people that will be there is unbelievable.
Yeah, but they'll have a big one, right? You have a pretty big in-law family, right?
We do, but it's an unreasonable amount of food. So I've been asked this year to barbecue a brisket and smoke a turkey, and my mother-in-law, because not all of the little kids like turkey off the bird, buys turkey breasts and flattens them out and then fries them. So those are really good too. So we'll have that.
Be fun.
It's worth it.
Well, today we're going to talk a little bit about some Black Friday reminders and tricks. But before we get started, this year has been overwhelmed with talk about AI and how it's changing the world. And I ran across an article on MSN, and this individual asked ChatGPT how to retire without a 401k. And I want to give some insights into this and see what you think about this, Elias. And I think what's interesting about this is today an unconventional way to retire, but it's not impossible to retire without a 401k. And I like to remind the listeners, the 401k is there to generate you income at some other point in time. It's not to just accumulate a big pile of money. It's there to generate income for you to live on all the way through retirement. And I'll just start by, what are your biggest takeaways with this article and how it advises, and this is not advice from us, we're talking about the article, how it would advise somebody to retire without a 401k or a retirement account.
What does it say to do? I didn't read it.
Oh, you didn't read it?
I'm here to react.
So,
I know what I would do if I didn't have a 401k.
Okay, what would you do? Well, that's a good way to explore this. Then I'll compare your answers to this. You are not allowed to invest in the stock market. You don't have a 401k. How are you going to be able to build?
So I can't do any stock market investments.
No 401k. Can't have a 401k.
I could do a Roth. or an IRA?
No, we're gonna say no what you would deem traditional investments.
Oh, I would do it through real estate investing then. I would buy real estate properties and build up enough passive income from that I'd be financially independent. I don't know what other, or a different business, but for me, it'd probably be real estate, owning property.
And I think the takeaway, in whether it doesn't matter, and that's not an endorsement to real estate, just I didn't give you options. So you thought immediately about what are the options I could do that generate income?
Yeah, correct.
And real estate probably, regardless of what kind it is. There are some other things you could do that it talks about. You could have a second job, right? You could still work a part-time job in retirement. Talks about reducing your expenses. I will say in this example that it gives you, it allows you to use exchange traded funds and bond funds. So that would be a way to do it. So it's a little convoluted, but its biggest strategies, it says get creative. That's what ChatGPT is telling everybody here. Get creative.
Okay. So this is more of a question of, like, if I was 60, I was thinking about accumulating without a 401k. But if I was, say I'm 60 years old today and I don't have any investment assets, so I'm thinking, how am I going to retire? So I'll give a different answer. I would probably drive Uber and ref sports. Nice. Until I physically couldn't do it. Well, if I have no other way to have income, and hopefully I'd at least have a place to live that wasn't too expensive. And then that's what I would do in retirement.
This is the funniest one I heard, or the funniest, I wouldn't say funny, but no one's doing this, I don't think. When it talks about creative strategies, ChatGPT said, if you know others looking to retire, you could move in with them to save expenses.
Not a bad idea.
That sounds horrible. I don't want a roommate at 65.
But it's not asking about you. It's asking about people that don't have any money to retire on.
You might even be able to share a car or other high-priced items to lower costs even further.
Okay.
But here's what I do think is interesting.
So
it says, with that said, make sure to assess your plans with a financial advisor before you solidify them. So ChatGPT recommended that you should talk to a financial advisor instead of them.
Please don't call Premier to ask me advice on living with other people to cut down your expenses.
I think we all know the best way to start to build that nest egg is, in general, if you think about people that are able to retire successfully, they're just building assets. Doesn't really matter what they are, just assets that at some point you could turn into income. I have a client I'm working with, and they own a couple of real estate properties. And when they want income, they plan on selling them because they want to be done with the headache. But it's like $600,000 worth of homes that they own. They have $400 a month they make in cash flow from profit each month. But what they're going to do is convert that 600 into real income producing assets that they don't have to manage when they're 70.
Good trade-off.
Yeah. And that's more of a non-conventional way than what most people think of. If somebody out there is behind on retirement, which, ChatGPT just told us you should probably talk to an advisor, find out. Thank you. One of the big things you can do if you're over 50 is really start to hit your catch-up contributions. All the contributions are going to change next year. And the reason I bring it up is this is the best time to start planning for 2026. I thought we'd spend a little bit of time talking about how much next year you could contribute to an IRA, 401k, and how much they actually increased in 2026. So with that said, 401ks next year going from 23,000 to 23.5 to 24.5. And
catch up contributions. That rules next year, right? 26, that they're going to have to go to Roth.
Only if you make over, I think, 150,000.
Yeah, there's an income threshold.
Yeah, there's an income threshold. I think it's 150,000. And so you'll be able to do catch up. One of the things that individuals don't realize, there's a super catch up now if you're over 61. It's $11,500 a year. Good thing to know, IRA contributions are going to be $7,500 in 2026. If you are over 50, it's $8,600. That's such an odd number.
It's going up $1,100 instead of usually it's $1,000 more.
They must
now
it's $1,100 this year.
Inflation adjustment.
Inflation adjustment, 10%. Who knew? But think about.
I'm going to forget. There's no way I'm going to remember that next year when people ask me. I'm still going to think, oh, it's 7,500 plus 1,000.
I look forward.
Oh, no, it's 80. It's 8,600.
I look forward. Well, it's 7,000 this year.
I'm saying next year.
I look forward to the chart that Allianz sends out every year in the first 2 weeks of the year. It's all the breakdown of what the contribution limits are. Guys, we can't remember all these. We reference what they are on a regular basis. But here's why it's important. If you think about most family dynamics, Elias, till you're 50, you spend all this time raising a family, spending money on kids and sports and activities and just kind of getting your footing. And most people in their 50s hit their prime earning years. You've been given an opportunity to catch up, and you should try to take advantage of that if you can.
It's easier, hopefully, if you're not spending as much money on your kids and stuff growing up and
Just
helping
think,
them.
well, just think about the expenses that go away. How much you spend on kids' activities?
You wouldn't want to know.
Most people don't know.
I don't want to know.
I don't know. We just pay for it.
You know why I've never tallied that up and figured it out? Because I'm scared of the truth.
You wouldn't do activities anymore.
I'd want to cut them all out, I bet.
They're not cheap. I know that.
And it's actually not the fee. The fee to be involved in stuff isn't the problem. That's not what's expensive, but it's you got to pay to get in to watch. You're trapped.
Wait a minute. Pay to get in to watch what?
When your kids play on a basketball team or something, you pay to be on the team. And you pay admission to walk in the door.
Oh, not at the YMCA league, bud. It's open door policy.
Well,
we're not in any travel ball here.
But
that seems like a rip. You have to pay to get in to the gym to watch your kid play?
Yeah, when you're playing on the club circuit, whatever you want to call it.
Do you pay your coaches?
No, our coaches are unpaid. I'm a coach, so I don't pay to get in because I'm coaching. I also have a 6-year-old son that, I shouldn't even admit this, but it says 5 and under's free. So every time we walk up, I go, that boy, there's 5. I'm not paying for a 6-year-old to walk into the gym and not watch his sister play basketball.
So wild.
Yeah. Yep.
Now,
we had a softball game last summer at a ballpark, and it was $10 per adult to get in.
I do know when we go to the dance recital, like the one big one a year, you have to buy tickets, but it's like one big one, and it's at Prairie.
Yeah, so you have your gate fee to get in, and you're trapped there all day. So next thing
you're spending $50 a day to watch your kid play.
You got a hot dog and a bag of popcorn, and
wowzer, that sounds crazy.
Well, yeah, here, think about this. What if everyone doing all this little kid sports stuff, instead of spending money on that, you save that money into a college fund or like a 529 plan? Your kid could go to school anywhere. If you were to add up the dollars you spend on activities per child from 0 to 18, you could just pay for school somewhere. Anyway, I'm going to get off my high horse on that. But.
Well, they started a lot sooner too. And I have some very strong opinions about this stuff. I didn't start playing any organized athletics till I was 10. Didn't hurt me in any manner whatsoever. You know why I didn't start until I was 10.
Your parents probably didn't want to pay
they didn't see a need to. And at the end of the day, but back then I don't think it existed. Like, no, I don't think they had 6-year-old travel ball. They probably had like YMCA or Little League or whatever, but not the
Little League started in 4th and 5th grade.
Yeah, that's when I started, was 5th grade.
Right. And I've coached some of this stuff. Around 10 years old is when kids are ready to listen and they're physically mature enough to actually learn these games. Playing basketball when you're 6 against other 6-year-olds, that's not going to be the separator. Dude. No one's going Division I or to the NBA because they started playing at 6 years old.
Elias, my 6-year-old, is in YMCA basketball.
It's a fun activity, but it's not going to be the difference between how good she's going to be. It's just not. It's not a difference maker. It might be a fun thing to do.
No. She doesn't even know what to do. She just runs around with her arms straight up in the air the whole time. The coach says, "Put your hands up," so she just runs around with her hands up in the air. She doesn't. After the first game, I'm like, do you know what offense and defense mean? She goes, "No." I go, "Okay, let's level set this." Like, they're not even teaching the basics.
Does she know which lines are the out of bounds lines? I would ask her that.
Yeah. She made a bucket last game, so she was super excited. But for the most part,
does she know which lines on the ground are inbounds and out of bounds?
Yeah, she knows those.
She does know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, she had a rebound right into the bucket the other day and dribbled to the other end of the court. Like,
so it's
the wrong
an
way.
Offensive rebound.
Yeah. But it's funny. But you're right. At 6, nobody knows what they're supposed to do. I feel like we should have a show on not Black Friday tips, but youth sports tips. I mean, some of it carries over. And we came up with 6 things to do on Black Friday and how to kind of navigate this. And I know Black Friday is not what it used to be. I think now it's at Cyber Monday or something, like all these Prime deals. And
Black Friday is a month. Isn't it a whole month now? Like November's Black Friday.
I thought it was a Friday.
I think it's a whole month now. I think it's pretty much a month. I don't think there's any special deals on that Black Friday anymore. I think the deals are all month long now.
Okay. So, well, probably now in this economy because everything's on sale now.
I am going to go Black Friday shopping this year.
You want to know what you should buy on Black Friday? I know what you should buy on Black Friday.
I'm going to get exactly what you're going to say because I'm due for, you're going to say a phone.
Yep.
I got this idea from you.
From me. Yeah. You want to go together?
I'm ready for a new phone. And you told me a while back, last time you needed a new phone, you went on Black Friday and you got a free iPad and something else.
And an iWatch.
Yeah. So I need a new phone. So I'm just waiting and I'm going to go on Black Friday and get however much free stuff I can get.
And here's what's crazy. When I went, it wasn't busy.
Did you go right away in the morning?
I don't remember. I don't think so. I think it was like 11. My phone wasn't working. I'm like, I have to get it fixed. I have to get a new one. And they're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, you can get an iPad and a watch." So I called my wife. I'm like, "Do you want a new iPhone too? We get you a new one too, and you get a watch and an iPad too." Home run, if you know what I mean. So that said, before you set out doing Black Friday, what we're doing is we are talking about how to negotiate and set a non-negotiable holiday shopping budget. If you're going on Black Friday, know what you're going to buy. Don't just wander around. I knew when I went to that Verizon store that I needed a phone. And I really needed a bag because there's no way I'd want to go on Black Friday typically. But I think that having a non-negotiable shopping budget when you go is important. Otherwise, you will get caught up in buying the big screen TV because it's a deal. And the next thing, I'm going to hear, well, I saved money because it was on sale, and you didn't save money. You still spent it. Know what you're going to buy, know what you're going to look for, and try to be a little bit proactive as to where you're going to need to go to find the items you're looking for.
How many people do you think actually stay on their budget for holiday shopping? I bet holiday shopping budget gets blown out. Almost in every house.
I would say it depends. I think you're really, really good budgeters stay on their budget. I would guess.
Okay, how many really good budgeters do you think exist out in the population?
10%.
10% of people who do a budget are good at it?
Yeah. I maybe more than that, but I'm saying of the total population, like 10% total of the people.
That's pretty generous.
I think about my family. I would guess my parents had a budget. They were good at it. They probably didn't blow it out. They probably said, hey, this is what we're spending and here's the items we can get for it. And they had a game plan. But here's what it requires. It requires effort. Most people, I'll use myself, I'm probably not organized enough with Christmas shopping to figure it out. Because what do we do inherently as guys? Oh,
The week before.
And we go out to the mall, we start walking around like, that looks good. There was not a whole lot of thought put into it unless our spouse said, hey, I'd really like to have this. This is what I'm looking for. But if there's no ideas, how do you generate a budget? Like, and how do you match the items to the budget? We're just kind of winging it.
True. I'm winging it. I don't even do that much holiday shopping anyway. And it's already started at our house. The toys and we got secret stashes of stuff now. We got toys hidden at grandma and grandpa's house.
You don't have time out. You don't have presents under the tree yet?
No, the tree no.
We
tree just went up this last week.
We have presents under the tree.
You do.
Megan is being very proactive. Get one in, get it wrapped. There was a couple years ago, she spent literally the entire night wrapping presents. So get them in, get them wrapped.
Do you help wrap presents?
No.
I
don't think she'd allow me to. My wrapping job's not great. I'm good at the bag with the bow. Tip 2 for Black Friday, make a Black Friday shopping list, which we talked about. That is how you stay within your budget. And if you're looking to purchase items for kids, grandkids, uncles, aunts, whatever it is, it might be a good time to find those items on a relative sale. And if you're going to buy the same thing 3 weeks later, why wouldn't you try to figure it out and get something for a little bit less, which really leads into 3. Check the price history before you buy. Everything is going to look like a deal on Black Friday, but figure out if it's a deal. And this goes for Cyber Monday. This really goes for any shopping. I have a personal story I'll share regarding this that just happened. I needed some Epsom salt, soak my toe in. I went to Amazon. I'm like, I'll order, it'll be here. They have like same day delivery on some stuff. And I'm like, oh, it'll be here today. It's $21.95 for a bag of Epsom salt. I had added to the cart and I paused just for a second. I'm like, that seems like a lot of money for a bag of salt. So I went out to Google and I just typed in Epsom salt, Walgreens, $3.95. I'm like, whoa, did I really almost pay $22 because I could not have to leave my house, get it here today, and I didn't know?
There's a Walgreens kind of close to your house, isn't there?
Drug Town's just right down the street. But my point is, Amazon, just because it's on Amazon or just because it's a Cyber Monday deal or a Black Friday deal, doesn't mean it's a deal.
It could be an inflated price that's marked.
Anybody
down
can
to look
list
like a deal.
anything
Yeah.
on Prime. That's what I've started to realize. I double check Prime a lot because any seller can list something for whatever they want. There's no I don't think there's price controls on it. If I want to sell something, I put the price I want to sell it for.
So same day delivery Epsom salt is $22 a bag.
From the buyer that I was looking at, it was crazy.
I wonder if they sell a lot of those throughout the year. They probably do.
I almost made the mistake. Seriously, I'm like, well, throw in the cart. Usually I see it, buy now, just get it here today or tomorrow, whatever it is. So check price history and everything you're shopping for. 4, this is a really good one. But when you go to check out, 2 things are going to happen. They're going to ask you if you'd like to apply for a credit card. Would you like to apply for a credit card and get $15 off your order or whatever it is? And the answer should be no. 2, the other big one that's surging this year is buy now, pay later. People are utilizing buy now, pay later. And this is a very deceptive way to exceed your budget, because what you're going to do is, well, that's a $400 item and they'll let me pay over 6 months. So it's only $100 a month. It's an easy way to get stuck into a debt trap.
I would recommend buy now, pay now.
If you can't buy now, pay now, probably shouldn't be buying that item on Black Friday.
And buy now, pay later, that's different than layaway in the past, right? Layaway was the item sat at a counter and you paid it off and then you got the item.
I remember working at Rogers Jewelers out at Westdale Mall, and people would come in 6 months before Christmas. I want this, put on layaway. They come and make their monthly payment as they go. Once it's paid off, hand them the item. If they don't pay it off, they get their money back.
Do stores still do layaway?
I'm going to guess some do, but I'm going to say most
I bet
just
buy now, pay later is
most
what
just
it
wanted
is
to,
now.
here's the credit card, hit the credit card. I mean,
Yeah, it's your problem now.
well, let's just think inherently people want instant gratification. They don't want to have to go back and make 6 payments at the store, however they do to get it. They just want to take the thing and go home.
Mm-hmm.
They'd rather pay 22% interest than get it paid off ahead of time.
Well, buy now with any debt can just get you in a trap. Credit card debt, buy now, pay later. Those things can really set you back financially. Because if you're not saving your money, you're not investing your money, and you're living paycheck to paycheck because you got too much buy now, pay later and credit cards, it's a vicious cycle people can get into.
5, our 5th tip is sign up early for store email newsletters.
I'm on one of these.
Yeah, no, these are good because a lot of these have early access codes, or what's even more interesting now, they figured out how to make it super personalized to you because they kind of know what you're shopping for based upon your past purchase history. Like every time I go to Shields, what's your phone number? Or Cabela's, what's your phone number? They're keeping track of what I'm buying so they can market what I might want. But these are good ways to sign up and get early access codes, things that might be sold out that are targeted to you. One thing I would tell you to do, though, don't use your regular email address. Set up a burner.
Why would you do that? I'm going to use my work email.
Best of luck, dude. I'm not going to like that. I'm going to have to do email review on that. No, think about it. Do you want a bunch of advertisement going to your email? Some companies may have the ability to sell your email information. So it's best to just send it to your Yahoo account or your AOL account that you don't use anymore. I mean, if you have an AOL account, I only know one person who still uses an AOL account.
Use the burner email.
Set the burner email up.
Clogging up your real
you can check it
email
if you want to check it.
Along with signing up for newsletter emails and all of that, you do have to watch out for scams. There are scams every year with Black Friday. And anytime people are very, what would a good word be? Gung-ho or emotional. It's just all this excitement. It's holidays. It's Black Friday. I'm getting deals. I got to go shopping. Anytime you're in a heightened state of excitement or just any heightened emotional state, you might not be making the most logical decisions. And Black Friday is not immune to scams. There's going to be plenty of scams out there. Either click on this email for a deal, whatever it may be. But be mindful of the scams. And I think the old saying, if it seems too good to be true, it might be.
I totally agree with that. Anybody who listened to the show today and you're going out shopping for Black Friday, I wish you a great day. Hopefully you take some of these tips along the way. Stay within your budget. Have fun. Maybe you'll find a really great deal if you do a little bit of planning. And I hope everybody enjoys their Thanksgiving. I want to thank everybody for listening. If you enjoy the content like this, please subscribe and like our channel on YouTube, Facebook, X, all the podcasting platforms that are out there. If for some reason you have a question you'd like us to answer, this has been really well received on the radio show that we host. Send us a question. We'll answer your question live on the show and give our feedback and what we think would be good advice. Once again, I want to thank everybody for listening. Hope you tune in the future.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member FINRA SIPC. The opinions voiced in this show are for general information purposes only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which investments may be appropriate for you, consult with your attorney, accountant, and financial or tax advisor prior to investing. Premier Investments and Wealth Management and LPL Financial do not provide tax advice. Please consult your tax professional. Economic forecasts set forth may not develop as predicted, and there can be no guarantee that strategies promoted will be successful. There's no guarantee that a diversified portfolio will enhance overall returns or outperform a non-diversified portfolio. Diversification does not protect against market risk. Rebalancing a portfolio may cause investors to incur tax liabilities and/or transaction costs, and does not assure a profit or protect against loss. All performance referenced is historical and is not a guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged and cannot be invested into directly. There is no assurance that the techniques and strategies discussed are suitable for all investors or will yield positive outcomes. The purchase of certain securities may be required to affect some of the strategies. Investing involves risks, including possible loss of principal. Rebalancing a portfolio may cause investors to incur tax liabilities and/or transaction costs, and does not assure a profit or protect against loss. Dollar cost averaging involves continuous investment in securities regardless of fluctuations in price levels. Investors should consider their ability to continue purchasing through periods of low price levels. Such a plan does not assure a profit and does not protect against loss in declining markets. A plan participant leaving an employer typically has 4 options and may engage in a combination of these options, each choice offering advantages and disadvantages. Those options include leave the money in their former employer's plan if permitted, roll over the assets to their new employer's plan if one is available and rollovers are permitted, roll over to an IRA, or cash out the account value. Consult your tax professional about eligibility to Roth and traditional IRA contributions. Contributions and earnings in a Roth IRA can be withdrawn without paying taxes and penalties if the account owner is at least 59.5 and has held their Roth IRA for at least 5 years. Traditional IRA account owners have considerations to make before performing a Roth IRA conversion. These primarily include income tax consequences on the converted amount in the year of the conversion, withdrawal limitations from a Roth IRA, and income limitations for future contributions to a Roth IRA. In addition, if you are required to take a minimum distribution, RMD, in the year you convert, you must do so before converting to a Roth IRA.